So there's a clear difference of opinion on whether there was pressure from the MEA in the first place between Mr. B.R. Lal and his former boss K. Vijay Rama Rao, both of whom join us on the show just now. Mr. Lal, I'll come to you in just a moment. I want to first go across to the former CBI director, Mr. Rama Rao. Mr. Lal, who is working under you as joint director, he has said that the MEA sent this letter asking the CBI not to pursue charges against Anderson. He also claims that he wrote several letters to you complaining about the pressure from the MEA. What was your reaction to Mr. Lal's claim, Mr. Vijay Rama Rao?
I didn't write to him about
the issue of extradition of Warren Hastings. Warren Anderson is going on for a long time. The case was charged in 1987.
Okay.
And even before I came there, it was going on. The efforts were being made by the government. So therefore, even Mr. Lal might have said that we might have received some letter. But at this point of time, I am not able to remember the contents of one letter because there are so many letters. The correspondence was going on ever since 87, right up to, I don't know what, till still be continuing.
Do you want to respond to that, Mr. Lal, that he's saying that there were numerous correspondences between the CBI and the MEA and he can't recollect of any particular correspondence? Even if there was a letter, it would be very difficult to imagine that the MEA would put down in writing not to pursue a case against Warren Anderson. Why would they do that?
Well, if you see the trend, if it were so, how Warren Anderson was allowed to go, number one. Number two, why VIP treatment was given to him, that DM and SP escorted him to the airport, he was given VIP treatment.
No, all that I agree. That's a matter of fact. I agree that all of that is true. All I'm asking you is this. Even if the MEA wanted to put pressure on you, put pressure on the CBI not to pursue the extradition of Mr. Anderson, it's unlikely that they would have given that to you in a written communication.
Well, about written communication, quite a few are received. Let me tell you, in one Dharminder Dev Mishra's case, an IAS officer, a communication was received from Cabinet Secretary himself saying that P.V. Narasimha Rao, Prime Minister, desires that one case should be withdrawn and the other be dropped. If that can come, why not this? So this may not be very, very usual, but quite a few we received. And this one I attached along with the withdrawal report to the court. Of course, this I did not bring to the notice of the director that I am doing that because unnecessarily I did want to embarrass him. I myself sent it to the court and matter ends. So this shows that such letters are received, their logic does not hold good.
Okay, Mr. Rao, Mr. Lal, they're sticking to his stance saying there was a letter and there was pressure from the MEA on the CBI. If you feel, and you've been saying that there was no pressure, in fact the MEA wanted to get Anderson as much as the CBI wanted to, then why was the case botched up? Why couldn't we get Warren Anderson? He was declared fugitive in 1991. Till now, the government of India has been unsuccessful in getting him to India.
Not botched up at all. It was delayed because they were not willing to extradite that man. Please remember the case was charge-sheeted in 1987 itself, much before I went there, as 6 years before that. So I never received any hint also of anyone trying to say that you go slow. There is no question of going slow. It is charge-sheeted already.
Okay, Mr. Lal, what is the solution now? Do you want this government, this current UPA government, to now review what happened back in 1994, and then if there was pressure from the MEA or whichever quarter there was, then corrective action needs to be taken now? Can corrective action now be taken? Because we've been trying to get this man for 20 years. There's simply no luck.
Now you see, first of all what we should do is, unless it becomes a case of 304, nothing will happen. First we have to go to court, Supreme Court, for review that this order of 300 converting into 304A, that should be reversed. And the case should be under 304 so that there is seriousness.
Prakash Javadekar, is that the first step that this government needs to take instead of constituting and reconstituting GOMs? If this government is serious about getting justice for the victims of Bhopal gas tragedy, the first thing they need to do is to go back to the Supreme Court and ask for a review of that controversial judgment back in 1996 of Justice Ahmadi, which watered down the charge from 304 Part 2 to 304A.
That's right. The group of ministers.
No,
should
I was
not
asking
include
Prakash
the
Javadekar.
application basically. Okay.
Yeah, the question is very simple. We must go to Supreme Court. The real issues are three. Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister.
Okay.
And what was his directions? Because he is ultimately responsible. Such a big tragedy happened just 2 months after his mother's very gruesome murder. And that was the big tragedy, but this was the worst tragedy, and that he must be feeling for it than what he did. That
Okay.
also must come to light. A. Second is, why government in first place chose not to go to review, and why in another place that government immediately settled for out of court settlement with meager amount